Greetings, VOD Watcher. Thank you for clicking on me. Even if you wind up clicking off of me, I appreciate your time and your brief attention. If you wind up sticking around, thank you. Thank you again. Thank you particularly. Your attention is important, and I am honored that you have given it to me. Hello, my name is Vorlex. Some people call me Lex, which I welcome. That is fine. I am a high school math teacher on my summer break. For a time last week, it was not quite summer break. It did not quite feel like summer break because I had some work-related responsibilities to take care of, and that was exciting, but I am glad it is over because I had to take off streaming last week. I am now back. As of yesterday, indeed. Today it is Thursday, July 30th. It is 3:01 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you for joining me today. We are jumping right in. Good afternoon to you as well, Mads. I am glad to be back. It is good to see you again. How have you been? We are jumping into Soulframe. I don't have any particularly exciting plans for Soulframe today. Not like in previous Soulframe streams when I was working on this thing, this lore doc, and replaying fables, replaying the main quests in the game to get more quotes and notes for it. Snack time while you watch? Heck yeah! What are you snacking on? What's your snack this afternoon? Having replayed the fables that are replayable, my goal today is run around, do stuff. Hopefully level up the Needle's Eye, this great sword. I will be overjoyed to be done with this great sword. It is awesome. It is badass. It feels good to hit with it. But boy howdy, it swings real slow. Made the mistake shopping while hungry. It happens to the best of us. So you've got pimento cheese dip and crispy pita chips. I love that. Big fan of the pimento cheese, personally. Glad to hear you are as well. Is it your favorite dip? Is the pimento cheese your favorite dip? Or is it just the one that you have in front of you right now? Hi, Coco. Welcome back. It is good to see you again. How have you been? Oh, I did not turn on game audio. Boop. There we go. Where am I off to next? Let's intercept the patrol of Gruel Seekers. How have you been, Coco? How have your past 24 hours been? Now, where is the patrol of Gruel Seekers? It is not these guys. Good. I'm glad to hear you're doing good. I'm glad to hear your day's been alright. Ah, you have some spinach and parm dip in front of you as well. So your favorite dip changes. Sure. I understand that. We can't just be selecting a single dip to be our favorite all the time, every hour of every day. What if I crave another dip? That parry made me look better at this game than I am. That was completely accidental. Somewhere in there we killed the patrol of Gruul Seekers. I don't know which of them that was, but we got him. Exactly, Mads. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, Coco, go ahead. I'd be glad to hear about it. I must admit, nothing against Mugenics, or you, of course. The likelihood that I'm going to play Mugenics myself is pretty low. I gotta admit, I gotta be real. It's been really good hearing about it from you, and I'm glad that you've been keeping up with it. And I'm happy that you have felt passionate enough about it to share it with me. So I'm not worried about spoilers here. Although if any potential viewers are worried about Mugenics spoilers, there may be some discussion here moving forward. Goodness gracious, Coco, that escalated quickly. What do you mean by basically using a nuke against the final boss? Do you mean nuke as in a story element? Or do you mean using a build that was so powerful that you call it a nuke to beat the last boss? It is absolutely tragic that Avocot does not sell Whisprig. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, let's play some Regatta on stream. This is a nifty little board game. We flip a few coins. One coin here means I get to move one of my tokens one space. It starts here on the bottom right corner of the red side because I'm the red player, I guess, on this board. It'll progress to the left and then up, and at this point the two sides converge and it becomes like the game Sorry. If you're familiar with... oh, what was another game like that? If a player's token overlaps another player's token, the overlapped token goes back to that player's hand. Oh, me too, Mads. I love mini-games like this inside a larger game. Ooh, okay, so it was a very strong story item. Gotcha. I love that Mugenics winds up with an actual nuke in its story. That's very funny. So here, now that I have flipped a single heads, I can either replace my own token by putting a token on the board, or move my existing token up one. And I'll do that so that I wouldn't overlap my own. Oh boy. We flipped 4 heads this time, which means I can either move a new token forward 4, or move the existing token forward 4. And I'm going to do a new token. Landing on this spot in particular, that symbol, means I get to flip again. Oh, unfortunately Avocot flipped all tails, no heads. That means they did not get to go. Meanwhile, I flipped another 4 heads. So I see this token here in the bottom left. If I move it forward 4, it'll get me to this symbol. And that's the take another turn symbol. So we're going to do that. And keep going. The goal of this game, very much like Sorry, if you're familiar with that board game, is to get all 4 of your tokens to this end spot. That makes sense. that makes sense, Coco. I'm with you so far. Oh, Avocot finally got a 4. Let's go here so I can move again. Now, again, much like I keep drawing the parallels to another board game. In order to get a token onto your final spot here, you need to flip exactly that many heads. Meaning I need to flip 1 heads in order to score this token. That one's getting a little close, but there it is. 1 heads. I'm going to use this token so I can go again. Ooh, 3 this time. If he gets 4 heads, he'll be able to overlap this token. Ugh. We love to see it. I'm not worried about being overtaken at this point. Although maybe I should be now. Thank you. Let's get out of there. Oh my goodness, Avocot, going easy on me, dude. Oh, I got no heads that time. Tragic. Oh, now that's interesting too, Coco. It's not just part of one quest. Getting the nuke isn't just part of one quest. Eat it, Avocot. Oh. Okay, no, we're good. He chose to score that token instead of take mine. Whew. Dang. Ooh, all 4. You know what? We're gonna save this token because he can't go down here. Oh, I could have scored my token here. I was clicking too fast. Oh, he gets to go again. I'll go again. Oh, this is going to be close. Please don't go roll a 1. Okay. Woo! 1, I'll score that token. He scores that one. If he gets a 1, he wins. Lost my first game of Regatta on stream. Brutal. Well played, Avocot. Oh, that's smart. I agree completely, Coco. I agree with that practice entirely. Oh, it's a cannon. Unfortunately, at the time of stream, there is no reward to playing Regatta. It's just a fun minigame. I am glad it exists, though, and I'm looking forward to Soulframe expanding on that idea. You see this right there on the floor? That is on the ground. That is a mine. Went ahead and triggered it with a throwing knife. What the game calls a fly blade. And our final foe is this banneret. Gruel Seeker Selvins. What you saw happen there was a combination of Tetherin's first ability, Tetherin's 1. That's the pact that I'm playing right now, Tetherin. And Flyblades. Oop. I remember seeing something about those explosive mines in a patch note at some point. Maybe it was something about addressing their damage. I haven't been hit by them since seeing that patch note, but I recall those outright downing you. Oh, we're gonna get duck hugs. Maybe not a hug. Duck scritches. Adorable. Where's my next votive? Right down here. Ooh. A fighter-only run for the final boss. Very cool. I mean, I hear you saying... I see you saying it... The fighter-only run didn't help. But at least in my mind, that just makes the run more impressive. Especially since you managed to clear the final boss with it. Thought I could dodge that arrow. Yoink. Yoink. Where am I off to? A little farther south. What was the last boss, if you don't mind me asking? The last boss of Mugenics. If all of the players' units are cats, is the final boss a cat? A dog? I don't know how I didn't get knocked down by that guy's charge. But I am certainly not complaining. Dear. Be saved. Be free. Oh, adorable. I'm noticing in OBS my frame rate is not great. I am in medium. In medium graphics. I love that answer. God. The final boss is God, though, to be fair, he is also a cat. I enjoy that a lot. It does make sense. From what I've heard you say about Mugenics, it does make sense that God would be a cat. Nope. Should be one more phase to this votive. Slay the banneret. A strategy that I was that I mentioned yesterday that you've been seeing me do today on stream is weakening enemies with my flyblades before swapping to my greatsword to get the kill. My idea here is to give the experience of the kill to the greatsword so it levels up faster. To be clear though, I don't actually know if that's how it works. I don't actually know if that tactic is valuable. Even if it isn't, I like doing it. It gets me swapping between weapons when I otherwise might not. And I like using every part of my loadout. That's another votive done. I am primarily doing votives today for weapon experience, but also because doing tier 3 votives for the faction that I'm in, called Alka's Children, can drop parts for a staff that I believe is called the Sea Thorn. And I would like to craft more Sea Thorns. Oh, this one's going to take me into the Glades. Maybe I'll be able to get more Whisprigs.
Big legs. Don't get those kickers in a twist. I'll show you the roots.
My kickers were not in a twist. I assure you. Goodness gracious, that's a lot of dudes. Fortunately, that camp over there doesn't seem to be aggroed. That was a smaller fight than I thought it was going to wind up being. Actually didn't mean to press one there. But I'm not complaining. More damage. I'm sorry. Dogs in eugenics are not only less common, but they all seem to not have heads. Bizarre world building, but I'm here for it. I love me some bizarre world building. I love weird lore bits. I love weird world building bits. And that's doing it for me. That's incredible. Hold on. Let me do a thing here. I want to address my frame rate on stream. Is it because I'm in ultra wide? Let's turn that off. Boop, boop, bop. Hold on. Let me change my resolution here. Should be able to do this thing now. Then if I go into game capture, we can make you real big, turn this off, turn that off, bring you back up to full resolution. Now that I'm not recording in ultra wide. Yeah, we're good. Frame rate looks much better. Okay, I'll just keep that in mind for when I'm streaming Soulframe. even on medium graphics, my stream's frame rate seems to feel it when I am streaming in my widescreen. It's okay. Not a problem. I suspected that to begin with. Maybe I already knew it and I had forgotten. Oh well. Now we know. Now there is proof. Now that's interesting lore too. Sounds like a world by and for cats in Mugenics, which I suppose also makes sense. That's pretty funny, though. I'm amused by that bit of world building, because the god in Mugenics, in the world of Mugenics, would be biased towards cats, because he is a cat. That makes sense to me. So far, I'm still on board. Oh, there's a collector off in the distance. But I gotta go into the fabled glades. Sorry, Mada. Maybe next time. I'll take out your ship next time. Maybe not take out the ship. We don't actually destroy the ship. I'll fight Nimrod next time. Oh, hello there. Nope. I didn't think I was going to get that parry. That's curious, though, Coco. I think you've said something to that effect before. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. Maybe it was a related explanation that you gave me previously, some weeks ago. But that makes sense with what you'd said about the day-to-day gameplay of Mugenics. How time passes and whatnot. The lifespan of a cat in Mugenics. Yoink. I don't know if this is actually true, but it certainly feels like it's the case. After doing the first attack, the follow-up attack seems to come out slower than if I animation canceled with a block and then just did the first attack again. It absolutely is slower. Oh. Heavy weapons. I see you, little dudes. Give me your Whisprig. You gonna fight me? Well, wakey wakey. What am I doing in here again? Destroying the Odin Moaners. Okay, I haven't seen any so far. Good. It's kind of frustrating to be just moseying along, miss a moaner in an old room, and have to go back and destroy it. It's not a problem, of course. It's not a complaint. It's just frustrating when I miss one. I think for gameplay reasons, Coco, that makes a lot of sense. I agree with that as a design decision. And I feel like, as much of a fan as I am of lore and whatnot, especially the weird, esoteric stuff that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with gameplay or what the player sees in the course of playing the game. If I think too hard about that tidbit, it feels a little weird. Like it's just... Here, I think this'll describe how I feel about it very well. That feels like it's just part of the suspension of disbelief that is inherent in any video game. It's just something that I'm gonna accept as part of the world. And it sounds like, with that in-game explanation, NPCs saying there's just something in the water. It sounds like that's what's intended. I, of course, do not know the developer or developers. It is almost certainly unfair of me to assume their intent. I'm saying as someone who has run many, many games of Dungeons & Dragons, that is the kind of thing that I would say to a player who asked, why is the lifespan of cats so short? Something in the water. And then I move on. Speaking of missing a moaner, I checked the map and meant to go up to the east. There seems to be a room over here with a moaner in it. Let's nab these swords as well. Get a little more scrap steel. Nothing's on that weapon rack. Ooh, we got 4 Whisprig from that chest. Very good. Oh. We found the waves room. Okay, so this room, and the reason I gasped when I saw it. This room used to be called the Endless Room, because the entire point of this room is the statue that you see right there, the statue of a deer. When you activate that statue, it used to spawn endless waves of mockery enemies. Here's a moaner. It now spawns up to 20 waves of mockery enemies, which is not endless, no, and is technically, therefore, a nerf over what it was previously. But, in my experience, 20 waves of mockeries has been more than enough to do what I want it to do. And what I want it to do is level up my weapons. So I'm going to take a small detour from what I've been doing in the fabled Glades of Andurin so far. And I'm going to fight lots of mockeries. This Needle's Eye will get max rank come hell or high water. You can probably guess the mockeries that spawn in each successive wave slowly increase in level. You see me one-shotting these because of Tetherin's first ability, giving me a stacking damage buff on subsequent hits, up to a cap. Obviously you see I'm no longer one-shotting these guys. The ability has ended. Rank 27 Needle's Eye, already quite close. Very unfortunately, these mockeries, as they spawn, a great many of them are spawning right now and will continue to spawn. They unfortunately do not drop anything. Namely Wisprigs, what I would want them to drop. But I understand them not doing that. Next wave, please. Chop, chop. I have a Needle's Eye to level up. Ooh. I wasn't expecting to get that parry. I was expecting to dodge out of there, hence I didn't capitalize on the parry. And there's rank 28. You see, this is fantastic for leveling up anything. I wonder if I can go to Nightfold between waves. I probably can't. It probably ends the waves if I go to Nightfold. But it would be really nice if I could at least get a head start on my next weapon while I'm here. Coco, you gotta do what you gotta do. That is sad, I agree. That was tough to aim. Wow. Yeah, I understand that. I probably would have done the same. I mean, heck, I've done that with Pokemon before. Breeding Pokemon and... balls to it. It's close enough. I'll just use this one. That kind of idea. Come on, Needle's Eye. thought it... Ah! These guys don't seem to be leveling up much. Their levels are supposed to increase with each wave. Yeah, for sure. I believe in you, Coco. What are you doing, by the way? This conversation here implies to me that that's Needle's Eye rank 30. Let's go. I'm finally done with this slow freaking greatsword. Anyway, this conversation implies to me that there is more to the game after the final boss. Do you have goals? Is there a post-game? Oh, I had a chance to go into Nightfold. Let's just dip out. It's fine. It's not a problem. I did what I came here to do. Okay, cool. Ooh. Unlocks for items, achievements, and new difficulties. Cool. I'm glad that Mugenics has a gameplay loop that can keep you interested for a post game. That's really cool. Has DLC been confirmed? What is next? Why is this Needle's Eye only rank 23? It's supposed to be maxed out. Oh, that's right. I have 2 Bog and Myrtles, because this one has increased attack speed. But it's 1 lower. I'll level this up next. Bog and Myrtle. It's rank 0 right now. So has Mugenics DLC been confirmed? It just, and simply hasn't dropped yet? Even though this one is only 2 stars, it is military craftwork compared to the 3 stars officer craftwork here. Even though it is technically slightly weaker, this one has the Swift Strike temper. It has increased weapon attack speed, and Chaboy loves increased weapon attack speed. This Pulse Might deals more damage. Runes deal more damage. Increased attack speed on Smite. Is there actually... do I have any that are shield only? Sword and board only? No. No, I don't. I'm going to use the same 3 runes. Same 4, I guess. Runes that I've been using. And this is both Courage and Grace attuned. Do I care? No, I'll keep this. DLC's been confirmed with 4 new classes. Cool.
of wretched waste.
Let's start a lilting building.
It rings so.
And I don't have enough Wisbreak to build 5 at a
Shall
time,
we
so I
begin?
won't.
Forgive me.
What are the resources to reforge this bog and myrtle? Next to nothing. Let's put a weak joinery on it just for a little more damage.
A slack. But
Now it should
it sings.
have stopped the waves. I shouldn't be able to come back in here. That's just sprout folk. That's not one of the waves per se. Oh my goodness. Actual attack speed. Oh. Be still my heart. Actual attack speed. As I was. Destroying some moaners. We're going to go out here, cross the room, follow the wall. Cool. Pick up this deer. I buggered that up. Still got the totem, though. Ooh, and a chest I missed. Nope, no sir, no thank you. I mean, I love games with classes in general. I know that's extremely vague. But I love the idea of equipping classes and whatnot. Here, let me let me get even more vague with what I was about to say. I love character customization options. I love games that let me customize the character that I'm playing. Not just in appearance, but abilities. And I love when developers add more of those. More customization options, more classes, more whatever you might be talking about for whatever game. I love that. And adding more classes to Mugenics just sounds like an outright good thing to me. I'm all on board. Holy cow. Yeah, that's very impressive, Coco. That's dedication. Love to see it. I'm glad very much that you have enjoyed the game. If you find yourself in this room here, just in case you're confused, one of the doors is going to be broken in already. And it looks like there's a... Oh, this is the exit. There's an unmarked moaner in here as well. This is not for my votive. I was hoping to stay far enough away from you to not aggro you. But here we are. Coco, what is the hardest achievement you've gotten? The hardest achievement in your mind, totally opinion-based. Of the achievements you've gotten so far, what's been the most difficult one? So in this room, one of the doors is already broken open. Another one, you'll have to turn this statue to face the door. Same deal with this guy. And to get up there, you jump onto this pillar. Hup, Hup. And here we are. This is the way I came, though, so I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to go that way. And that way's the exit. So let's explore a little more. We have 2 moaners in this room that are unmarked. I can't even reach them with my fly blades. Yeah, nothing happens. They don't have eyes. Heck. Oh, I hear an ode off to the right. Yeah, I know, I see ya. Man, it feels good to be able to swing my weapon fast. Let's go to the right, explore a little over here. This is probably another dead end. But this one might... Oh, it's a duck. Duck scritches? No duck scritches. Fumbled. This room does have a chest in it, and a mockery. It didn't wake up when I stabbed it. Whisprig. Lovely. I am basically eternally hurting for Whisprig. That's the way I came. Oh, wait. How foolish of me. I was talking... Entering this dungeon. There is a live record of me saying, man... I hate it when I'm doing these votives and I'm running around just beat-bopping all over the place and I miss a moaner. I get ahead of myself, I go further in the dungeon, and I miss one of these moaners I have to destroy. And then, mere minutes later, I say, oh, that's the way I came. I don't have to go that way again. The joys of live streaming. Most of the achievements are simple in theory. I suppose that makes sense. A vetch popped out of the sky. Okay, thanks, game. Thanks for the scrap iron. I think I'm going to finish this dungeon and call it. And call stream for the day. Ooh, I thought I dodged out of that fast enough. Oh, I see. I see what you mean by simple in theory. Okay, maybe... Let me adjust my question then. If not the hardest achievement that you've gotten so far, what has been your favorite to get? Regardless of difficulty, although you're welcome to include difficulty in your opinion. Which achievement has been the most fun or your favorite to get? Ooh. And just in case anyone didn't know, anyone watching this didn't know, there are a lot of chests at the end of the Glades of Andurin. There's the golden one, that's a little rarer. Oh, hello, Rook. But then there are also sometimes, especially in the higher leveled ones, less rare. Maybe I should say more common chests that are off to the sides. And they're usually worth opening because, like the chest I just opened, they can contain lamporites. And that's neat. Oh, that's for a quest that you can't replay. Let's get out of here. You don't think you have one? That's okay. Thank you for entertaining my questioning. It is okay not to have a favorite achievement. Oh, really? Elite Redux went open source. That's really cool. That's an interesting decision on their part. And I think that's cool. That... I see a potential difficulty in crediting everyone who's worked on it. If it's open source, that means it's probably accepting work from anyone who's interested in working on it. Like spriting abilities, battles, what have you, whatever. Whatever anyone's interested in working on, and that work is probably going to need to be credited. But that's not a criticism. That's me saying that I see that being a difficulty with going open source. But I have no reason not to support that decision on their part. That's quite cool. Maybe I should pay more attention to the Elite Redux Discord channel. We are at 58 minutes of the usual hour that I try to stream. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you very, very much for joining me today. The deck's got a few small changes too, like what? Let me adjust this back. Let me turn these back on so I know where I'm going. Is that fine? A little smaller. $274. Dang. There we go. That should do. Yeah, that's fine. Works for now. Lock that. No. Okay. The deck's got a few small changes as well. Oh. Show all 8 Pokemon with it. Cool. So all 117 Pokemon that can learn Fire Punch. And it lists different forms separately as well. Arceus Poison, Arceus Ground, and so on. Interesting. Only one line can learn Pound? Really? Oh, the Redux Happiny line. Let me change The Redux Happiny line. I wonder why. There's a button next to it to show the sprite instead. Oh, I see. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense that these three would be able to learn Pound. But yeah, that's curious. Perfectionist also has two N's here. I don't think it should. I think that's a very, very small spelling error. But it's fine. Like, I understand what it means. That's curious. I think that's a cool change for the Dex site. Let's go back here. Oh, now look at other moves? Okay. That's very pretty. All the Arceus sprites are the same. Instead of Arceus Ground, Arceus Rock, Arceus Bug. Instead of having different colors, they're all the same basic Arceus sprite. But it's really cool seeing all these sprites all in a row. And all the crazy Redux forms at the bottom. Oh man, the Mega Drampa sprite. Whoever did this sprite cooked hard. That looks great. I love it. Abilities can now be directly used as a filter. Oh, cool. Ability Limber. Yeah. Delete that. Everything with color change. Yeah. That's cool. I like this. That's convenient. For me particularly, because I'm notoriously... If you, dear viewer out there, remember or have seen my Elite Redux run, I am notoriously very bad at using these filters. I often forget how to use them properly. I wonder what the move is that is knowable by the most Pokemon. Headbutt has 534. Oh my word. Headbutt's knowable by more Pokemon than Tackle. I wonder what move is learnable by the most Pokemon. That's a funny bit of trivia. Oh, most frequent types in zone. Interesting. This is cool for monotype runs. Planning out a monotype run. This is neat. I like this functionality. I'm glad it exists. That's quite cool. I hope that my stream hasn't had the OBS red lines on it this whole time. If it has, then oh well, but whatever. You can put the Pokemon in Dex number. Oh yeah, you can. That's convenient too. Won't that also mean all of the Redux forms are now at the end, if I order them this way? Looks like it. These are all of the extra evolutions, extra forms. Shout out to Corn Tyrant. Love this thing. Wait a second. This guy's new. Benicino. I haven't seen this one before. Only the convergent forms. I see. I see, yes. Rex Cadrill. Wow. Redux forms are next to their original variant. Oh, I see, yeah. Weedle Redux. That's cool. I like what they've done with the Pokédex website a lot. Okay, we are at an hour and 6 minutes. I really must get going. Coco, thanks very much for telling me more about your experience with Mugenics, and for showing me these changes in the Elite Redux Pokédex website. That is very convenient. I'm a big fan of those. Mads, it was really good to see you and chat with you as well today. That's extremely kind of you to say. Thank you very much. It's always a pleasure going live. I really am having a good time. Coco, I would love to hear about that broken strategy in Mugenics next time I stream. If you can make it. No expectations, of course. I always appreciate viewership, but I never expect it. Speaking of which, my next scheduled stream is next Wednesday. If I can bring up my calendar, I can say exactly what day that is. Oh, Stratton Elite Redux. Okay, I misunderstood. I apologize. I would love to hear about that next time. Next time you can make it, whenever that is. My next scheduled stream is Wednesday, August 5th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Although, as I have done a couple times this summer, I may or may not decide to go live before then. But you can be pretty sure, reasonably certain, that at 3 p.m. Eastern on August 5th, I will be live. Thank you so much, dear viewer, whether you joined me in the VOD or live, for joining me today. I hope you have had a good time, and I hope to see you in the next one.